What's going on, guys? So today we are out here at Del Air RV Center in Corpus Christi, Texas, and we're going to take a look at some open range units and maybe a few others. So today in front of us is this open range towable travel trailer. This is a really cool unit. One thing I absolutely love about open range is kind of the focus on the overall exterior appeal. They definitely want you to be towing an RV that you're proud of when you're going down the road. And this has a lot to like, so hang tight, I'll be right back. So this is the open range 328 BHS. BHS generally stands for Bunkhouse. There's a lot to like about this specific unit. I do like the fact that they use these JT Strong arms on the stabilizers, and they have a really nice front fiberglass cap on this unit. I think open range probably makes some of the prettiest looking units on the market. Let's take a look at the numbers on this specific model. So this 328 has a gross vehicle weight rating of 11,300 pounds. This is a heavy unit. It has a 1,130 pound cargo capacity. So something like this, I would absolutely recommend you tow it with, at minimum, a 3/4 ton pickup truck. I would not put this behind a half-ton truck at all, simply because it is a relatively tall, long, wide, and heavy unit for a half-ton truck. 3/4 ton or even a 1-ton single rear-wheel truck would be perfect for something like this. Let's take a look at the outside and some of the features. First of all, on this side, you can see that there are 3 slides, all using the cable-driven slide system. Coming around this side, there is one longer slide, also using a cable-driven slide. Up front here, you have your pass-through storage. Nice, good-sized baggage doors. Magnetic hold. I really like that. Something you don't see on a lot of travel trailers is the use of slam latches. In here, you can see a nice high-end inverter. This is a Xantrex inverter. You have your power disconnect switch right here. A lot of people see this expandable foam, and quite frankly, even though they probably could trim it down, expandable foam kind of has a mind of its own whenever you put it in place. This isn't a bad thing. It might not cosmetically look great, but it does a good job, and at least they use it to seal up some of these areas. So even though sometimes it looks like it's expanded out of control, just the fact that you see it in some of these areas is a really good thing. But what I like about this pass-through storage is you don't have any type of a step up, and it's actually a pretty good size. It's roughly 1.5 to 2 feet tall. It's about 3 feet wide in the widest area, tapers off to about 2 3/4 feet wide at the bottom. But this is a good size pass-through storage area. Coming around, you can see that there are 2 awnings on this unit. A shorter awning here, that looks like an 8-foot awning, and that looks like a 10-foot awning. But it covers up most of this side. Plus you have frameless windows. This has the LCI solid step, which is really nice because this top step you can see is significantly deeper than the rest of these steps. It gives you a nice stable platform up top. Looking underneath, something I really like is the fact that they put this boxed section underneath this I-beam. So this rides on a 10-inch I-beam with a box section beneath it, but the box section is here to give you increased height. So that boxed section runs pretty much from about 5 feet from the back all the way up to this area here. It is going to add some structural integrity and some stiffness to the chassis, which is good. It's also going to increase the height, which is going to make it a little bit more level whenever you pair it up to these taller 3/4 ton trucks these days. Now coming around to the back, I do wish that it did have a rack and pinion slide. Not a big fan of the cable-driven slides, even though a lot of people have had really good luck with it. And unless you plan on, retracting and extending these things every day, you're probably not going to have too many issues with it. This runs on Westlake tires. And as you can see, about 4 feet till the end, but this box section goes pretty much through the main portion of the frame. We're going to get and open up the outside kitchen. I love how they use these much thicker baggage doors. These are really nice. And it just makes the door more stable whenever it's open as well. On nice piston arms here. Coming over here, you can see it has a cooktop right here, as well as a nice outside sink. I love it when they put sinks in the outside kitchen. A lot of times they forget to do that in some brands, and it really makes the outside kitchen not as useful. Good size micro refrigerator. Plus you have some storage right here, and you have a place to hang a TV on top of it. They put some nice hard strut arms to make sure that this thing doesn't just flop around whenever the TV's on there. You have some storage there as well, but this is a really nice outside kitchen. When you couple it with the two awnings that are on, you really have a lot of protected area here. And this is just a really good sized space. So if it's raining outside and you're trying to cook, you're trying to clean fish or whatever you need to do, you have some good protection here. So I do like the outside area. Now around back, you can see that has a really nice accessory tray, great for bikes, generators, things like that. All LED lighting, which is really nice. But one thing that's really cool about this unit is they put this hatch back here. And this hatch is for essentially all your water connections. So you have a waterworks board, but it's nice and conveniently placed at the back of this specific unit, and it has a nice drain hole there. It's sealed off really well, and you may even be able to fit your 50 amp cable in here whenever you're traveling, but it'd be a tight fit. It's possible. Nice tray. Again, this is a really cool area for it. You do have to drop the tray if you want to open this area up completely, but it's really only one pin on each side. That's really convenient. I would probably just leave the tray down. It only adds maybe 20 inches of additional length to it, and definitely is a good tray to have. I mean, having these things come in really handy whenever you're camping and you need to be able to take stuff with you. 50 amp connection right here. You have your power stabilizers here at the back, and you can see the JT Strong Arm right here that essentially stabilizes your stabilizers. So whenever you have those down, you lock those in place, you tug on them a little bit, it basically stiffens up the entire assembly, so there's not much movement whenever you're walking around inside. As you can see, it has a full walk-on roof, wired for a Furrion wireless backup camera as well. Okay, let's step up inside of this 328 BHS. I do like the fact that they have this much higher end handle here as well. I'm not a big fan of the older fashioned ones that kind of flip up, so it has a really nice grab handle here to get in. Friction style door here, so that's really nice. So you have a friction hinge here to prevent the door from just swinging wildly when it's windy outside. Taking a look inside of this unit. So this has an interesting interior to it. There's a lot to like about this, but I really quickly wanted to go over what my impression is when I walk into this living room area. This to me has a very toy hauler feel to it. And the reason why I say that is because you typically see these really long sofa seating areas in toy haulers. And you typically have kind of the TV placement here in front of that sofa. It has a good sized kitchen overall though. I'm actually a big fan of how this kitchen is laid out. I like the island. I like how they give you a little bit of space right there for handles of pots or anything you might be cooking with. A very nice full-size residential refrigerator with ice maker and water dispenser, as well as a great coffee station countertop area right here. While we're here, we can take a look at the price. This has a $67,939 MSRP, and they're asking $47,900 for it. Fair amount of countertop and cabinet space. So you have countertop space. You have some drawers right here, plus some cabinets up top there. You have some cabinets right here, down on the side, and you have some drawers here that kind of take advantage of what might normally be dead space, plus some drawers here and cabinets on each side. Coming over here, this looks like a coat closet. So you can hang some coats in here, plus your control panels, which are above. This is really cool. It's something that Jayco does a lot of as well, is putting all your controls behind a nice cabinet area, which I think is always very nice. Again, you have a very long, kind of a super sofa here, seats 5 people, but I do not see the ability to recline these. So if you're gonna really be comfortable on here, you'd probably have to put something in front or kind of lay sideways on here. A lot of room for people to eat though. I mean, you could probably seat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 people here, plus if you have extra chairs on the other side. And if you brought some bar stools with you, you could put bar stools under here and have more space. Your TV, your wide fireplace, has that interesting 3-dimensional design to it. Your sound bar. This has ducted air conditioning system, and it is a whisper quiet system. Plus, up front in the master bedroom, I can see that there's also return air ducts, which means it's whisper quiet up front as well. Going into the rear bunkhouse, first of all, you got some drawers, wardrobe space right here. This is a very impressive rear bunkhouse. I'm assuming this is a bathroom. So you have a very nice half bath in the back of this unit. You have this very cool kind of dinette style seating area here, flip up bunk above it, more storage back there, as well as more sleeping area here, storage underneath, and a bunk on top. So if I had to guesstimate how many people you could sleep in this unit, let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8. You can sleep a lot of people in here, and if there's smaller children, you could probably sleep upwards of like 11 people. So working our way to the front, let's take a look inside of the bathroom area. So it has a cornered shower stall, plus you have some cabinetry right here, cornered toilet, gives you plenty of room in front of it. You have a good amount of space around the sink, especially towards the back area, because the sink kind of comes out this way a little more. Nice medicine cabinet in here. Very nice ceiling heights in here. I mean, this is easily 7 feet tall, so I don't think anybody would really have an issue taking a shower in here or utilizing this space. Now, there is a small step up here that's about 5 inches, so you could probably be roughly 6'5" in the shower stall and still fit comfortably. Coming into the bedroom, you have 2 entrances into the bedroom, one from the bathroom and one from the main hallway. King size bed, that is very nice. You can see that when the bed is placed in this direction, which is basically the front of the RV, it gives you a lot of extra room for stuff inside of the RV, because when the bed is placed on this wall and all of the wardrobe is at the front, the bed actually would come into the RV about 4 feet more. So when you see toy haulers and you see RVs that place the bed in this configuration, it's generally to maximize space inside of the RV. But to put a king size bed in here and still have a decent depth to your wardrobe slide, you can see the space they have here for the slide to be able to come in. It does not give you a heck of a lot of space on this side. So you essentially would have to crawl onto the bed. Now, I don't have any gripes about this, simply because to fit a king-size bed in here and to have a wardrobe slide that can actually come in and out with any amount of space in it, this is how you have to space it. There's not much of a choice. So again, I'm not concerned about it simply because I know why they did it, and this is the only real practical way to utilize this space. If it was a queen-size bed, you could see how much narrower the headboard is, and you would have room on this side to get in and out of bed. A lot of storage. Here's your return air for your ducted AC up front, which is also whisper quiet. Your thermostat's right here, and the place for your TV mount is up here. And it does seem like there should be a space for a washer and dryer, but I can't really find it. I don't think a lot of people really put washer and dryers in their travel trailers, but I don't think there's a space for one in this unit. Anyways, guys, $47,900. This is definitely on the upper scale line of travel trailers. This is a really nice unit. A lot of people could sleep in here. This arrangement in the living room, again, feels very toy hauler to me, but at the same time, to get the amount of space you have in the back and to be able to fit what you have in the front, you kind of need to be a little bit more creative with how you set the interior up. I do like the fact that everything kind of points at the TV. So if you do have people sitting here, you do have the ability to watch TV comfortably without craning your neck. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.